Hello, Crazy-Jhu here, and yes, let's give some feedback on the Dante tank teams. People keep asking which Dante team is good and what they need to use. Is Dante team still meta? Is Dante team good against control? Is Dante good against magic teams? Is Dante good? Blah blah blah. All the Dante questions. Maybe for all I know, I will try explain how to make a good, reliable, not undefeatable, because any team can be defeated, but a reliable Dante team. Now, I will I will show you the free-to-play Dante team that most will create um, during the course of their hero's career. It is most likely to be this. They're gonna use this. It's not a bad team. It's not a great team. It's a good team, and when you start on a new server, a Dante team will get you high in arena ranks um, pretty fast, pretty easy. But the longer the game exists or your account exists, so the older the server gets, the more upgraded that the player's gonna be, at least the pay to play and the pay to win, the whales. Um, Players, they will just outrank you. They will beat your team if they know what they're doing. Now, if they don't know what they're doing and they are just new players, but they have a ton load of cash to spend, and they make teams like 900k, million point one, million point two, and the composition of that team is bad, you can still defeat them with low teams, like a Dante tank team. But you really need to spend a lot on Dante. All the rest is there just for support, excluding Iris. Iris is no support. Um, she's actually a big of a menace as Dante himself is. I mean, if you don't fight Rufus tank team, then Iris can be your best friend in a Dante team, in a Dante tank team. So what you need to do is keep your focus on Dante. If you really, really want to go with Iris, then she will be your second in rank to upgrade until you until you can use Albus on her. Then she will do a ton of pure damage, and well, she devours everything in front. So if you face another Dante tank team, then well, that Dante will die, period, because Dante cannot dodge pure damage. So I have to remember what I already said. I mean, I never used this team. I used this team a lot at the start because I had my Project 7 and I really have to stand by it. I used this for a long time. Where is she? There she is. So this is not a great team, but at least I can counter a lot of magic, which Dante cannot dodge. I mean, Dante can only dodge physical attacks. So at the time that I started this account 3 years ago, I made my Project 7 making only 7 heroes to be upgraded at the start of my game until I was at a certain point, and those seven, Iris wasn't one of them. I mean, it was this team, Corvus, and Jew. The only reason why I did that was because a Dante tank team will get you only this far in campaign, and then you have to put a lot in Dante to even move further. And doing the campaign boss, yeah, you need a red +2 with big ass armor. Everything needs to be pretty high upgraded. I'm not gonna say maxed out, but pretty high upgraded. But I mean, I defeated that campaign boss with orange heroes, and he was my tank. Basically, his altar was just destroying Seymour, because every damage Seymour did to my team was just projected back to Seymour in pure damage. And I mean, there is a video on my channel. You will find it somewhere. But to build a reliable Dante tank, and you only gonna focus on Dante tank, then you should indeed go for Iris, and then you can choose what you're gonna do. If you put Dorian in there, Dorian will, if nobody dies, but only Dorian dies, and nobody switches places, like you fighting against heroes that just fuck your team around, like Cleaver, that he puts his hook in, and if he does his ultimate before he dies, then he's in the front, and then his aura, his vampirism aura, will be set on Dante, which is not that bad because Dante gets unlimited healing. But if nothing changes in that team, then it is really, really hard to kill Iris because she gets all the healing for a long time. So this is a reliable Dante tank team as a free to play. I'm gonna tell you, this is a free to play Dante tank team. Why did I choose Axel? Because at one point you're not gonna need Kane anymore, because you have dodge. She can dodge. His weapon artifact is all about dodge, so he provides an entire team with dodge, and you can only have so much dodge. And it's not that you're gonna dodge everything. Sometimes you just, the RNG part of the game will not make you able to dodge everything, but he can provide enough for everybody when he's at a big rank. If you have a high rank Kane, you already have him set on Dante, so he's gonna dodge pretty much every attack there is that is physical. So he's gonna energize pretty fast. So his ultimate gonna be like boom, and then again, and then again, and then again. And that's why Dante Tank is a pretty reliable team. But along the way, like 3 years ago, this was badass. I mean, Dante wasn't always badass. He had a rework, an update, and then Dante became good, because before that, it was all twin teams running around in the arena. And then they brought Isaac in the game, did an update on Dante, and then, yeah, twin teams. Nobody should make a twin team anymore, because but now there are other heroes that came into the game, so the game is evolving, 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 evolving. So we have a big control team that was created because of the arrival of Polaris. So also Heidi was always a counter for Dante, but now you can still use a Dante tank and kill Heidi teams. And I mean, it's not that difficult to make that team. But yeah, you're gonna have to use Orion, and be sure to put Axel on there. And then you have Augustus, be sure to put Albus on there. And then you can pick I mean, you can put Jet in there, and if you fight in control with Heidi, then this is your team that will just obliterate whatever. And sometimes it doesn't work. There is always RNG. This is not a foolproof team to kill control teams, but now I'm talking about end game fights like top five arena. I need to do this every single day if I have to end up at first place when it's payout, but I'm really tired of doing the same shit over and over again. But you can still use Axel, because Axel is really reliable. I mean, Axel will never allow that one hero gets all the damage. It will all be redirected to your entire team, meaning that your entire team gets energy just by one ultimate hit from a hero. So, which is a good thing. But why put a did I put Jet in there? This is for the critical part of your team. I mean, this is really going fast, and then you'll see Dante do one hit with all that critical on top of that, and the team on the other side is just as good as gone. I mean, and sometimes it just doesn't add up, and then you die. If you are worried about Dante getting killed, you can put Aiden there. That's the reason why I started upgrading Aiden along the way. I mean, this is a really good team to make control teams not be such a bad thing for you then. I would not use Dorian. I would not use Dorian in there, really. I mean, sometimes if I use this, I can still kill Rufus teams. Really, this is a lot of magic. This is a lot of magic, but when you over penetrate um, all the magic defense with Augustus linked to the weapon artifact of Orion, he will do pure damage. So even even with all this, you can still be able to kill Rufus teams, but then he needs to survive. So in order to make him survive, you have two choices. You put Aiden in there, or you use Jet, and hopefully Jet gives enough critical hit that everybody just does insane damage, except of course Nebula. She is actually right there to support Dante with physical attack and also Orion with magic attack. I mean, this is what synergy is all about. I mean, if you asked me before Orion, if you needed to put Orion in a team of Dante, I would have said no. Why would you do that? There's no reason for that. I mean, I'm only thinking this way. There is a counter for every team, but you cannot make it that easy to counter your team. So if you put Orion alone, you can use Isaac as a counter for that Orion, right? So if you have, let's say, um, Dante, Nebula, Isaac, Heidi, and maybe a healer like Dorian or Martha, you can counter that. Still, you cannot counter that with a Orion team because Orion would be obliterated by Isaac, right? So sometimes you just have to be prepared to go the long way. I mean, the classic Dante tank team that everybody is building is just this, which is not really that hard because this hero just needs to be Violet and you have to upgrade his first and last skill. More likely his last skill needs to go first because that's where all the power comes from for the healing part and the aura. Yeah, is his last skill? No, I really have to check that. Normally, it's his last Violet skill. That's the reason why he needs to be Violet to unlock that skill. And then people gonna use Oliver at the start because they complain that Iris dies too fast. But once she gets really powerful, you can just switch and give our friend Sebastian, Fenris, or even Oliver if of course Sebastian dies too fast. Right? I mean, he's still your debuff for some control effects and stuff, critical hit um, for your team as well. Not as much as you could get critical hit from Jet, but this is most likely the team that people gonna use at the start of the game, and this will get you a long way in arena. I agree on that a full 100%. You won't ever see me say otherwise. I'm not using this team anymore because it just doesn't add up anymore. There is too much going on in the arena. I see a lot of Rufus teams, and then I really have to change some hero to get what's her name? Morrigan? I don't even know where she is. Oh, here she is. Oh, she was right next to. There she is. She would counter Rufus entirely. There is no resurrection at all. So when he gets killed, he dies. He won't come back. But it just doesn't work for me. I mean, it just doesn't. People say I'm a whale. I'm not. I'm pay to play. If I would be a whale, then I wouldn't have this. I mean, some of the heroes that are, I mean, this would be maxed out. 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 Probably this one, that one, this one as well. This one as well. This one as well. Um, yeah, that's about it for me. But a whale would have everything maxed out, right? I'm only 5 point whatever um, in ranking, so 5.2. I'm not that big, but I'm not stupid as well. I just built my teams the way it should be built, in my opinion. I mean, my opinion doesn't mean that I'm right. I will defend my opinion because I think I'm right. So a lot of people will misunderstand me um, for defending my point, defending my beliefs until somebody lets me see that I am not right, that I'm wrong. I would be the first to agree and admit and apologize, but I just have a strong personality that way. I'm just not gonna follow everybody's opinion and everybody's whatever. But Dante teams are good. I mean, you can make it better if you add Augustus Orion to the teams, but doesn't mean that you're gonna kill another Dante team. The classic Dante team you won't kill with these two in your team. It just doesn't work. I mean, but it's all about countering. I mean, I don't give a shit about defense, really. I mean, if you're gonna look at my team that's set up for defense in arena, it didn't change for an entire year. I think almost. I just don't care. I mean, I can change it in something else, and then other people will counter that, and then I will drop. as far as before that I didn't change it, you will drop anyway. There is no perfect team. Not at my stage in the game. I'm in server 93 now. I mean, I'm ranked 70 or 75, 71, I don't know, in total hero power. So at least 100 people or maybe 150 people can counter my team that is there. It doesn't happen because there are other players in that arena ranking defending their position. So that's why sometimes it's hard to raise or to rise in that aspect of the game, the arena. But my Project 7 was not really built to just do arena only. It gave me a lot of other things that opened the gate to even more resources to upgrade other heroes, and of course all the season golden tickets in taradi tarada, 4x emeralds, 5x emeralds. I participate in those things as well, but I'm not just mindlessly fucking paying for everything or every offer that will present at that point. It's no use for me. I mean, I can sell some things in my house. I can sell my house and max everything in a few weeks. That's not how I play this game. So Dante tank. You start with Dante. You put Nebula behind him, and then you can change a lot of things. I mean, you can go with Sebastian. You can go with Orion, Augustus, and then the last one will be Jet or Aiden. The pet for Aiden probably gonna be Chorus because you are countering a pretty big control team, and that control team is accompanied by Heidi. You can use Axel as well. This team will not be great with Kane if you are fighting against control, which is magic pure. There's nothing to dodge there. Only basic attacks. I mean, that's nothing. He will take care of that on his own. You don't need that pet. So I hope I gave you some feedback on what to get upgraded, what you need at a certain point. I mean, if you're fighting against Heidi and Dante is all you got, bring in Orion and bring in Augustus. I mean, that Orion will take care of Heidi, as well as accompanied by Augustus for all the pure damage he can do when he overpenetrates magic defense. I'm actually out of thoughts. I mean, the best way to know what works best is just go to guild battles and set it to maxed and copy the team that you encountered you lost from, and also look at the pets they are using. Use the same pets, use the same layout. The only thing you can't use in there is the flag, but then you can go to what is it called, combat training. You can do it there as well, and then you can see what flag, what patterns that works best with your team. What do you need more? What do you don't need? I mean, what you don't need at all, you can all test that over there. But Dante tanks just is all based about Dante. So if you if you doubt what hero you're gonna upgrade, I mean, first of all, your Dante needs to be so fucking overpowered compared to the others, so you get the best Dante you can have at that point, and then you make sure that all the support and all the heroes you bring with you, that they have good health. I mean, I can hear a lot of players say now, yeah, but that's not the way to upgrade a hero, is only health. No, I know. But if you're still in the stage of making Dante bigger and you have some glyph upgrades left, then put some health in your other heroes in that team so they survive just a little longer, because you are growing, and then you you rise in the arena ranks, and then the thing you need to do is just make you survive, right? But Dante all the way. I mean, I would be bold and say maybe 90% of every upgrade you're gonna do is just Dante. Dante, and then your pet Kane. Make it violet as fast as you can. Ignore everything else. If your pet Kane is not violet, the synergy between Kane and Dante is non existent. He needs to be violet. And don't come back and say, yeah, but this, that. No, 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 no. Violet. You don't need to go to violet +2, max that one out, and then start your next pet, which is white rank. That doesn't work. I mean, it's gonna take a long time to get that maxed out, that one pet. So make it violet, and then start making other pets just a tiny little bigger. So a violet Albus would be good. A violet, let's see, a violet Fenris would be good if you are switching between Iris and Sebastian. Also a violet Oliver, a violet Axel. All good, all good. This is this is me talking about Dante tank. I mean, if this is the way you want to go, then this is what you should do. You will be pretty good in arena. You will have consistent wins. You will lose. I mean, I lose every day. If I do, let's say, 20 fights, I'm probably gonna lose half of them because I was too lazy to change the teams, and I really have to figure out what to use. But you're gonna lose anyway. You're gonna win, but you're gonna lose. The thing is, how much you want to lose, how much can you take? So this is it, boys and girls. I hope I gave you some insight, some feedback. It's a long ass video, I know, but there's a lot to talk about, I guess. I hope this gave you some pleasure, to have some knowledge. I mean, I probably forgot a lot of things. I'm only just a student of Hero Wars, so I'm gonna conclude this video. You all stay safe out there. Take care of each other and be well. And if I don't make a video before Christmas and New Year, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year for you, your entire family, and all the people that are connected to you. Thank you.